Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll be learning how we can create a command line utility inside Python. See, what is command line utility? Command line utility is nothing but it's a command prompt. Okay, command prompt. From the command prompt itself, we can perform actually different operations. So let me show you. So if I open up my Anaconda prompt, so guys, you can see this is my Anaconda prompt. So from this Anaconda prompt, I can perform all the operations, whatever operations I usually do with my user interface. Okay, let's say I want to check how many directories present inside this particular directory. So for this, what I will do, I'll just give this particular command called dir. So it will list down all the directory I'm having. Okay, all the directory and files I'm having inside this particular folder. Okay, now let's see, if you want to go inside a folder, what you can do, you just need to write the cd command and you have to paste that particular folder location. I think I showed you multiple times, okay, how to open a folder in a command prompt. Okay, so this kinds of operation I showed you. Apart from that, I can also execute my Python program inside this command line interface without opening my Visual Code Studio. So for this, first of all, I have to activate my Python, and here I can write the code. Let's say print hello. Okay, print hello. Okay, print hello. Now see, if I execute, see, it will print hello. That means if I'm using command prompt, I don't need to open any kinds of file. Okay, I don't need to open any kinds of file. Instead of that, with the help of command prompt, I can perform all the operation. Okay, with the help of command prompt, I can perform all the operation. So this is called actually command line utility. So you will be using command line utility a lot whenever, let's say, you will be working with production server. So in production server, you will be having this kinds of terminal. Okay, in that terminal, you have to do everything. You have, let's say, if you want to fix any code, you will be using the command line. You won't be getting any kinds of VS code there. So in the command line itself, you'll be opening the code and there actually will be fixing it. All the command, everything will be writing in the command line. So whenever you will be doing cloud deployment and all that time, actually will be using this particular terminal. Okay, even I will also show you how we can create a real-time application, how we can deploy in a cloud server, and in cloud server, how we'll get this particular terminal. Okay, that means command line utility there. Okay, so this is another super important concept. And sometimes we'll be writing a program and we won't be opening that particular program. We won't be opening that particular code. Instead of that, we'll be executing the code from my command line interface. That means all the value input I'll be passing from the command line only. Okay, this is the idea. So let me show you one example. I think then this part will be clear. So for this, I'm going to create a file here. Now let's say here I will create a function. So def, the function name is a calculator. Let's say calculate. Okay, calculator. So it will take 3 input like the A value, B value. Okay, that means the number. It will take 2 number and it will do the mathematical operation. And it will take another, actually, let's say, parameter called operation. Like what kinds of operation you want to perform. Let's say whether it's a addition operation, multiplication operation, or subtract operation. Okay, so here I'll check a condition if this operation, okay, is equal to, let's say, addition. So what I will do, I'll just return A plus B. Okay, then elif, if operation is equal to subtraction, I will return, okay, A minus B. Then elif, if it is multiplication, I'll just return A multiplied by B. Then again elif, if it is division, I'll just return division of it. Okay, but here I'm checking a condition if B is not equal to 0, that time actually I'll do the division operation. Otherwise, I will return one error, division by 0. Okay, because you can't divide any kinds of number with 0. So that's how we have to write this particular condition. Okay, I have this clear. So as of now, let's say these are the operation we can perform with this particular function. Fine. Now let's test this particular function. So here I'll call this function. So it will return me result. Okay, it will return me results. So I'll call the function, let's say, calculator. Inside that, I will pass my A value. Let's say A is equal to, let's say, 2, and B is equal to, let's say, 4. And the operation I want to perform, let's say O is equal to, let's say I want to perform addition operation as of now, add. Now see, if I execute the program, and before that, I will print my result. Okay, now let me save the program and let's execute the program right now. I'll open up my terminal and let me clear. So the file name is 77 command line. Okay, so Python 77 command line utility.py. Now see, if I execute the program, it is giving me 6. Okay, now let's say I want to do the subtraction operation. What I have to do, again, I have to go back inside my file, and there actually I have to change. Okay, let's say sub. Okay, subtraction I want to perform. Let's say I want to perform subtraction between, let's say, 8 and 4. So again, I'll save. I'll open it. and again I will execute the application. Again it will give me 4. So that's how every time you have to open up the file, you have to change the value here. Okay, but I don't want that. What I want to do, all the input I want to give from my command line only, command line interface only. Okay, so for this what I can do, I can modify this particular code. So I'll just import some library. So first library I need something called argparser. Okay, argparse, this one. With the help of that, actually we can pass the arguments. Let's say whatever argument we are giving now here. Okay, we can pass this particular argument from my command line interface. That is the idea. Now another package actually I need called sys. Okay, sys is nothing but it's a system package. Okay, system package. I'll tell you what is the use of sys. As of now, let's import. Okay, these are the library. Now instead of taking this line, I'll just take this particular argparse. Okay, inside argparse you have one function called argument parser, I think. Yeah, argument parser. So you have to initialize this particular object. Now it will give me one parser object. Okay, parser. Now simply I will parse some of the argument. So I'll just write parser.add arguments. The first arguments I want to add my a argument. That means what should be the a value. Okay, a value. So for this just write hyphen a comma. Now you have to specify the type. Okay, type of the a value. Let's say I want to pass integer. Okay, integer, or let's say float data, because I can add float value also, subtract the float value also. Okay, I can perform all the mathematical operation. And if you want to pass any default value, like let's say if user is not giving any kinds of value of the a, it will take this particular default value. Let's say it will take 1 point, let's say 0. This is the default value I'll give here. Fine. Now similar wise I'll write for b and o as well. So let's copy 2 times and I will give hyphen b. So this is again a float type. The default value I'll give 2.0, and the last one is o. That means my operation. So this should be the string type. Okay, str. Default actually I will give, let's say, addition. Okay, addition would be default. Now simply I'll just define a variable called args, and inside that I'll just call parser dot parse args. Okay, this one. Now I'll call the system package sys dot std out. Okay, std out dot write. Okay, inside that I'm going to write my calculator function. Okay, calculator function, and inside calculator function I'm going to give the arguments. See, all the arguments we have defined here. Now you can see we are parsing this particular argument inside this args variable. Now we are passing this args variable inside calculator. Okay, now what I have to do inside calculator function, I don't need to take all the variable. Instead of that, I will take only one variable, which is nothing but args. Okay, that's it. And I have to pass this like function object in a string format. This is recommended. If you're using argument parser, you have to pass it as a string format. Okay, so that's why you have to convert it to string. I will explain what is happening. As of now, just try to do it. Now see, I have passed this particular argument inside my calculator. Now I have to do some slight modification here. Now instead of writing directly o is equal to add, I'll just write args dot o. Okay, args dot o. That means operation. Okay, you can see inside arguments I'm having this o parameter. Okay, o parameter, and the default value is add. And here I will check if it is equal to add, so it will return args dot a plus args dot b. That means you can see a and b also there. Okay, inside my argument. Okay, whatever value user will give, it is there, and if they are not giving, it will take the default value. That's the idea. So for all the things I have to change this things. So everywhere actually I will add this particular args. Now see, everywhere I define this args. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll open up my terminal. Okay, and here let me clear. Now see how I will execute the program. First of all, I'll write the command python. The file name is 77 command line interface utility. So 77, if I press tab, it will auto complete. Now see, instead of executing, I will give the parameter. Okay, I'll give the parameter in the runtime from my command line only. Let's say if I want to change the value, let's say I want to give the value a is equal to something else. So what I'll do, I'll just write hyphen a. Now a is equal to, let's say I want to pass, let's say 10. Okay, Then I want to pass b value, let's say hyphen b is equal to, let's say I want to pass, let's say 23, and the operation I want to perform, let's say hyphen o operation, let's say I want to perform let's say multiply, I'll give mul. Okay, mul. Now let me do the bigger screen. I think now it is visible. Okay, now see, if I execute the program, it will give you multiplication of 10 and 23. Got it? Now see, if I'm not giving any parameter, let's say I won't be giving any kinds of parameter, I will only execute this particular file. It will take the default value and it will give me the answer. You can see it has taken the default value 1 and 2. Okay, so that's how with the help of command line interface, now I can pass any kinds of argument. Okay, I can pass any kinds of argument without opening my code file again and again. Okay, let's say I want to perform addition operation. I'll simply give add here. It will give me the addition. Let's say I want to perform subtraction operation. Okay, I'll give sub here. Got it? So I don't need to open my code, and there I don't need to change. Everything is possible from the command line utility only. Okay, so that's how we can implement command line utility inside Python as well. And going forward, whenever you will be learning machine learning, deep learning, this concept will help you a lot, because there you will be passing the model parameter, okay, in the runtime, and this concept will help you a lot. Okay, so this is the quick topic I just wanted to let you know. Like that also we can pass the value. Okay, and this is one important concept inside Python. So thank you for watching this particular video, and I will see you next time.